Hey everybody, Coach Alex again, and today guys I'm here to do another anime review, and the review is to Fate Apocrypha Episode 3 guys! So let's get into it! So guys, in this episode of Fate Apocrypha, a lot of things happened. First up, the first official battle starts between the servants of the red and the black side. Now how it led up to this. Lancer of the red side was planning on attack. Some reason was doing an ambush on Ruler. The Lancer of red was planning on doing an ambush on Ruler, which was Jean d'Arc, which it seems like supposed to be against the rules. They're not allowed to do that. So I don't know what was the reason behind it, because Shiro Kutamine, who, I don't think he's the Master of Lance. I don't think he's the Master of Lance. I remember correct, he's the Master of Assassin, if I remember correct. Shiro Kutamine. But, so we don't know the Red Lancer's Master. So we don't know his, Master. But, I'm wondering why they decided to attack Ruler when they know it's against the rules of the war. I'm still wondering about that. But while they were having a fight, the Saber of Black and their master, Siegfried, came in and pretty much made sure that Red Lancer, who seems to have an honor, who is followed by honor bound, and also follows by the rules, unfortunately, because his master ordered it to, it's part of the rules that he has to follow his master's orders. But it can defy that order if he has to face one of the Servants of Black, which of course that happened in this episode. Now, it didn't. None of them won during the fight, because after the sunset was about to come up, when the sunrise started, pretty much they had to stop the fight because part of the rules of the Holy Grail War in both versions seems like they can't fight during the day; they have to fight during the night. So after the fight, they had to stop fighting and retreat for now. So that's what happened. Now the master of the Black Master for Black Saber, Siegfried, seems like he came. The reason why he was there was also to find Ruler, but not to attack her and destroy her, but to seems like to recruit her or to. Because, unfortunately, she can't, because as she's the ruler class, she's only there to observe. Now, but that's why he also, but it seems like the Nigamolian family wants her for some reason. Like, they want her for some reason, even though they know she's only there to observe. But what exactly is she, what they need her for? What do they exactly need her for? That's the thing. What do they need Jean d'Arc for? Now, no, that's what gets my wonder, but of course she denies them, and I was expecting the Master Saber, who seems to be a douchebag, I was expecting maybe to knock her out or have Saber attack her or something, but no, he just leaves her. He just leaves on his own accord afterwards, in a grumpy, like, stupid, like, douchebag, like, away, but he doesn't do anything drastic to her, which I'm surprised. So he does have some form of honor. He does have some form of honor in some degree for his character, because I see him as a coward type. Like, you can tell from his personality, he's one of those coward types. But he acts tough, but he actually has a coward side to him, which obviously is his true self, but he doesn't seem to have, like, this could be his coward side that he runs away because he knows if he tries to fight, he'll end up losing. But yet again, as he was close to, right next to, Ruler, Jean d'Arc, it makes sense. No, another thing else happened in this episode, we got the reveal of the possible main protagonist and the main character of the series. Because we know from the art, this guy, the homunculus, he is the main character who also, I think, becomes the master of Ruler, or Jean d'Arc, because of how it was portrayed during the posters and screenshots we got of them together, and I believe that he does become the master of Jeanne d'Arc. For what? I have no idea, because she doesn't seem to be, like, again, she should not be a normal servant, so maybe she doesn't have to have a master. And the way it looks like, she doesn't need a master to survive in this world, because it looks like she has no master. She has no master, she's actually a rogue servant, in a degree, but she's there to observe. So it looks like how she got to this world is, she's got into this world a lot differently than other servants. That means, looks like the restriction that she has to have a master in this world to stay immortalized for a long period of time seems not to be work for her. Possibly her limiter is that the only way she can stay in this world for a long period of time is during when the Holy Grail War is ongoing until it's ended, and that's maybe when she has no longer any purpose to stay in this world and she disappears. But it looks like that might be the restriction she has. But it does seem like she will end up being a servant for a master, but she doesn't look like she needs it. She can survive in this world way longer than any other servants without a master, so that's something. I think that's a special ability that she has that's different to the other servants in this series. Now, I got pretty sure. Now, during the homunculus scene with the main character, because we don't know his name. So far, he has not been given his name. He's not been given his name yet. So we don't know his name. Well, I don't know his name. For the people who read the novel, they definitely know his name. But we don't know his name yet. So in the anime, so they don't want to call him. So I'm gonna call him homunculus for now. But we definitely know the homunculus are there for substitute mana or like sacrificial pawns. We definitely know that's what the homunculus are for. But well, overall, we don't know what they're for. They are fully used, but we definitely know that some of them are used for sacrificial pawns and for mana storage or substitute masters if maybe the masters die or they need a new master to supply the servants or something like that. I don't know, but that's what they are usually there for. That's mostly what homunculus is there for. But the homunculus, he saw the rest of his kind dying and forming into piles, and he got like, you know, terrified, and also he got angry that seeing his own kind getting tormented. So he broke free from his chamber, from his tube, and he ran and hid from Castor, who was the one who's creating them, along with some of the other people who are working with Castor, and got away from them. It was still, unfortunately, he's still in the castle of the Nogalan family, and he ends up collapsing. But Ryder, who finds him, and actually, instead of handing it back in, instead of handing in when Castor sees her carrying someone, and he asks, and Castor's man asks them, "Did you see any homunculus running around?" And she says no, even though she was carrying one of them on her back, and that's quite obvious. I'm surprised, and these guys didn't even notice it was that homunculus guy. I'm surprised she didn't notice. They didn't think that. And they just ran off. I was like, at first I was shocked. I know she has a go-happy look, but as she was working with the Masters of Black, I was expecting maybe to hand him back in or something, or he would try to struggle and get away from it. No, she actually completely helped him out, and seems like I respect Ryder, Black Ryder, I respect. I respect Ryder, the Ryder Black. I respect her. Like, I think her name was Astrophone? Like I said, one of the 12 paladins or something like that. Like, I respect her. Like, Ryder is definitely a character I like. I like her character. Like, she helps out something that her organization puts to use as a tool, but she actually helps her like a person, which I'm surprised. And also Archer, again, I like his personality. I like he actually helps out as well, because Corin, who the centaur guy, also helps him out as well, and he actually tells him that he's a homunculus. Corin tells him that he's a homunculus is a homunculus, and tells him he only has 3 years to live, so he tells him to think about what to leave him to, and he tells Ryder that they should leave after he wakes up from the collapse he had. They tell him to have we should leave him for now so he can think things through and rest up from what was occurring. And right now they're hiding, like I said, they're hiding him from Castor and the rest of the other servants. Which again, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised. Why did they not, showing, like, I don't know why they, just saying they're just not, helping Castor out was surprising. Like, maybe they don't really like Castor. I don't know. That's possibly the case, and they maybe just want to help. But again, they look like kind people. Surprising. Like, they're part of the black side. But yet again, so far, the Reds, so far, the evil intentions, like, the first two episodes, the evil intentions felt like more on the black side, but now, in this episode, way more on the red side. Like, it's definitely, this series is definitely making you switch which side you should be rooting for. You should for the red side, which is the Mage Association, or should you root for the black side, which is the Nigamelian families, the Megalo Association. Like, so far this series is doing very well for making you switch, thinking out which side you want to cheer for. Like, for right now, me personally, even though I like the servants in the black side more right now, because we got most character development for them so far, more than compared to the red side. The reason why I cheer for more the red side, part because it's biased, because I like red. Red's my favorite color, obviously from my freaking rules. And most of my clothing, like quite a few of my clothing are rare, is red. But another reason why, from what we saw from what from what I know from the red from what I know from the Mage Association, I prefer the Mage Association way of dealing with things with the Holy Grail War. So that's why I'm on the red. That's the reason why I'm on the Mage Association side when it comes to this war. In my personal point, people could be cheer. If you want to cheer for the black side, okay, go for it if you want to. That's your opinion. For me, personally, the red side is my gig. But I do like the servants themselves. The masters, I am actually alright with in the black side, because they seem to be kind people as well. And I'm glad they actually got servants that seem to respect them. Like Berserker, by the way. Berserker on the black side. I got her identity wrong. Even though she is a Frankenstein, she's not Frankenstein the scientist. She is Frankenstein's monster. So, for what I thought Berserker for the red side, I thought he was Frankenstein's monster, but he was not. He's not Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein's monster is actually the Berserker on the black side, which is surprising. Like, they said Frankenstein, and they didn't say anything else. And they didn't say anything else when it comes to her name. Just they call her Frankenstein, which I felt like, okay, because most of us Westerners, when we think about people just call him Frankenstein, we always think the scientist. But the only way we know they're talking about the Frankenstein's monster, they must say Frankenstein's monster for us to know the person they actually talk about is Frankenstein's monster. So, I was wrong that Berserker on the red side was Frankenstein's monster, because the Frankenstein's monster is Berserker on the black. Now, her personality, I'm starting to like that Berserker, like Frankenstein's monster. I'm actually liking her character, like, because for anybody who knows her legend, like, her story, she got created, by Frankenstein, who abandoned her because she thought he was hideous, and she killed him because she wanted him to create, she wanted him to create a partner for her, that's what she wanted, but fortunately, he rejected her, so she killed herself, because she felt like she's hideous, she didn't find anyone she can have a relation to. Now, she does seem like she might have a crush on her master, and the master seems to have a crush on her, so we've got a possible ship here, between Berserker, the black side Frankenstein monster, with her master. I gotta say, their ship. I like their ship. They're actually perfect for each other. Like, I'm surprised that the Frankenstein's monster is actually pretty cute. Like, surprisingly, she's adorable and cute for her. Now, from last week's episode, I should mention about Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper, who's the assassin for the Black Side. I forgot to mention about her, but she's a lolly character. But like, oh my god, why they made freaking Jack the Ripper a freaking lolly? Why? Why did they make Jack the Ripper a lolly? Why? That's rude. Jack the Ripper was a famous baddie. Like, why making a fucking lolly? Well, it makes it a bit more crazier, at least if we're going to expect that. But that was from last week's episode. I forgot to mention about her as the assassin for the Black Sides. But now, back to the rest of the episode. So, I gotta respect Berserker for the red side. For the black side and the master of her master. I like this ship. And also I like the ship for Cronin and Archer Black and his master, who he seems to want to protect as well, because his master, right now she can't walk because her legs. And her wish, we know her wish is to recover her legs. Like, she wants to heal her legs. But if her legs ever do get healed, it looks like her magic circuits will disappear. They will disappear, which, okay. And that's something to know about. Like, possibly if it's the Holy Grail, it could be that if she did make that wish and it comes true, I don't think the Holy Grail will take the magic circuits away. I definitely don't believe that will be the case. Unless the magic circuits themselves have the spell that if her legs got healed, they will disappear forever. That might be the case, but I don't think more likely that's not the case. I think that the only way that, I think if the Holy Grail did heal her legs, it won't destroy her crest, unless there is that law in the Fate series that if your crest is due to your certain injury, that you have it and it gets healed, then okay, it'll get destroyed. Your crest will be destroyed. You can't use magical abilities anymore. But that's what her wish is, and they seem good together as well. So I like I said, I like the characters on the Black Side, but like I said, the main reason why I'm cheering for the red side more is because first off, some of the servants are badass. Like, I love the servant for I love Mordred. I love Mordred as a Saber class, and I like her personality for Saber class. And I like the main character. I like the character she controls as well. Her master as well. He's pretty cool as well. But Shiro Kutamine, fucking, like, his personality is cool. But like I said, the Mage Association, like I said, I'm just used to them. And also, I just like how they operate more than the Black Side and the Nogulan family. I prefer their way of doing things than Nogulan family. So, I like more of the characters on the Black Side, but it doesn't give me the reason to root for them, because their overall goal and how they want to deal with things is not what I want them to do. For the Holy Grail War. So that's the reason why I'm cheering for the red side, because they're more for what I feel the Holy Grail War should be done. But yet again, that's my point of view. But overall, this episode is definitely a good episode. I love this episode. Like, the fighting scene was good. Like, the fighting scene was actually the first fighting scene we saw from the first episode, actually. The first fighting scene at the beginning, like, the foreshadowing of this episode was, like, interesting. I was surprised we got a chance to see one of the first fight scenes already, but yeah, because that's part of the reason why it was speeding up. Like, if you guys wondering why that fight scene between Lance of Red and Saber Black Siegfried, because the Lance of Red, he is Karin, the son of the sun god Uron. I think that's, like I said, I only heard his name. I don't know his legend. I don't know that Lance the Red's. I don't know what Karin's legend is. If anybody does know, again, tell me if you want to, or give me a link to it. Or I don't know. Like, I would try to find out myself at some point. But looks like there's definitely something. Like I said, the reason why that fight scene was sped up, because we saw that fight scene before from the first episode. So that's the reason why it sped up. Overall, this episode, I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. Like, a lot of things. And I got a lot more character development. Like, so far, all of these episodes so far are definitely character development episodes. Not all, like, so far this episode was the closest we got to building up more to the fights and the actual war officially fully getting underway. Like, the other episodes, of course, made it underway as well, but this had more of the normal Holy Grail war we're used to. Like, this has definitely shown more of the Holy Grail war fights we that started, so that's definitely something. So this definitely surpassed the other episode when it comes to developing the actual war. But again, it's mostly focused on character development, certain characters, and I'm definitely liking a lot of the characters. And for right now, for me choosing the sides, I'm definitely on the red side for right now. So I'm definitely on the red side for right now. And yeah, animation quality, awesome. Love the animation. The animation looked fucking fantastic. I don't see any problems with it. And yeah, and that's all I've got to say. And guys, that's my anime review to Fate of Apocrypha Episode 3. Hope you guys like it. Control fans, Dave, guys, and the family question down below. And yeah, hope you guys like it. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Wow.